Don't reach out to new people. It's not worth it. Keep it all inside. Bottle it all up.
Girl, I don't know if you've noticed, but it feels like the downfall of YouTubers era.
My duck made an indent on the ceiling.
You don't deserve to be locked up for years because of your big juicy... Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 12th ever Sweet and Sour podcast episode. Girl, that means 3 months. Can you do math?
What? What?
Yippee, 3 months!
You talk so fast.
We've been together for a quarter. Should we kiss?
No.
Oh, I'll keep waiting. Anyways, today, tell them what we doing.
Well, last time we had a spicy episode, so we couldn't get to some of your embarrassing stories and moments. So we thought we'd start out with some embarrassing stories of our own. And you know, we got a lot. Our life's an embarrassment.
Well, I've never heard you do that in my life.
Yeah, I don't like to whip that one out.
Fair enough. I mean, to be fair, when you're a content creator, it makes sense for your life to kind of be a joke for the entertainment of others.
In return, you get money. So
And what I say is like,
I'm down.
yeah, at least I'm getting paid for my life to be a
Exactly.
joke. I could be a clown and not be getting paid for it too.
I think when you you're a sexy clown. When you sorry,
thank
it
you.
keeps going. When you
Sexy clown makes me think of Tina. Did you see Tina's little clown
yeah,
makeup?
she was so cute.
I love her.
I think when you take an average human's life, it's made up of so many moments. Some are embarrassing, some are cool, some it's just so much, right? But when you put all of those moments on the internet, you're bound to get some cringe, embarrassing, whatever.
I've had a lot of cringe.
The difference
I've had
is-
a lot of embarrassing.
You know, average people don't have it broadcasted, and we do, and we make money. So I'm okay with that.
And so you at home, I'd love for you to consider, would you broadcast your most embarrassing or shameful or sad or funny moments if it could be your job?
Exactly.
I think for some people, they'd be like, hell yeah.
But some
and some
people-
people would be like,
No,
hell
the
no.
privacy is a lot. I think you could also have a balance of it. You share certain parts,
Yeah.
but certain parts you keep private, which I think most of us do already.
Yeah.
There's certain things I keep private, but there are certain things like I don't really care about sharing, even if
Let me
it's
show the world.
super embarrassing. And on that note, why don't we share some embarrassing moments?
You first.
Oh no, do we?
I
Baby, not time to play.
thought I was baby.
She's my little baby. I love her. Okay.
God, it's so fun flirting with women. It really is. Like, I feel like I found it's a newfound joy of mine.
Can I talk about that?
I feel so unencumbered. Yes?
So so for those who don't know, this is what Poki is. Off camera, on camera. A lot of us girlfriends actually do this, where we just have so much love for each other and we flirt and we just like have fun with it.
So fun.
We do it a lot. So it used to bother me when people would say, "Oh, you're doing it for the male gaze," and I'm like, "The
Oh no,
fuck?
I'm much worse off camera actually.
She's actually, this is her tame.
Yeah,
You
this
think
is
she
me,
does
like,
it for
I
the
can't be too
fucking
kooky,
camera?
beans.
No, it always bothered me. I'm like, what do you like? Some people think we're faking everything. Obviously, not about that. But I'm just here to
To those
let you
people,
know.
I say, suck
Suck
on
my
my
nuts.
big sweaty nuts.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Actually, if anybody thinks that, to those people, I say, I'm really sorry, because that means that you don't have a girl in your life flirting with you for fun.
Well,
You know?
I don't think we get those
That's
comments
sad.
as much anymore.
That's true. We really don't. I
But
haven't
it
seen a
used to
single
be-
one.
It used to be. Like
I haven't read a
lot.
comment in years, actually.
It used to be a lot.
I haven't opened my eyes in years. I'm not even literate anymore.
You done?
Can you teach me how to read, please?
Are you done?
Yes, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I veered off course again.
Embarrassing stories.
Right.
Where you go first.
Oh shit. Fuck. Should I just start with the classic League of Legends one?
Oh, please.
I'll just start with the classic League of Legends ones. When I was in college, I was young. I wanted to make friends. People,
I love this one.
yeah. Walk by two dudes in the hallway. They're talking about Nidalee. I know Nidalee. I'm gonna.
Nidalee is this really cute character in League of Legends that throws spears,
And she can turn into a cougar.
and she can turn into a
No,
cougar.
not that cougar.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, what's your name? My name's Lily. I play League of Legends. You like Nidalee? I like Nidalee. You want to play
Let's
League
be
together?
friends.
And then
Let's
they
play
looked
League of
at me
Legends.
like I had 8 heads, and I'm like, no, my summoner's name is this. What's your summoner's name? I was so innocent.
The way you doubled down.
I doubled down because I'm like, I'm gonna be brave. I don't usually do this. If you think I'm shy now,
That's true.
I was like,
She hasn't been brave in years since this incident.
I was like 500 times shyer back then. And then I tripled that. I'm pretty sure I tripled that, and they said we were talking about Italy. I tripped to Italy. And then I
forgot what
I withered away. I think I mumbled like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. Like, I'm so sorry. And then I just like walked away. There's actually there's a follow-up where I was riding the bus, and the people in front of me, they were talking about Annie from League of Legends. For real this time, I think, because I heard them say like, oh yeah, Annie, blah blah blah. And because that Nidalee incident traumatized me so much, I did not reach out, even though I desperately wanted to talk to them because Annie was my favorite champion.
And that's a lesson in not letting our past embarrassments hold us
Don't
back.
reach out to new people. It's not worth it. Keep it all inside. Bottle it all up into like a
Don't
nice
ever
little...
try to make
Don't
friends
make friends,
ever.
I
The
guess.
embarrassment is not worth it ever. I think that would be a great one to draw.
I already have a drawn version of it though. And
Wait, I mean, then we could clip it and use
You should just
your
reuse
past
it,
drawn
honestly.
one. Yeah.
Hey,
I've been yawning a lot recently, and I don't know why. Ooh, someone told me you yawn a lot when someone's thinking of you.
oh,
Who the fuck is it? Can you stop? I'm tired of being tired.
we're only on episode 12, and I feel us
What?
getting sometimes just more unraveled.
Oh, more unhinged?
More
I thought you were going to
unraveled.
say getting tired of the podcast. I'm like, I'm not even close.
Episode 12 is nothing.
I know.
Talk to me
Can't
when
wait for
it's
episode 1200. Oh! Damn it. I can't. No way. We are really unraveling, but I am here for it, and I hope you all are too.
Well, they know it's a double episode because the same drinks are on
No,
the
they
table.
don't.
Okay, sorry.
Keep the mystique.
Mystique is a cool character next
The
time.
way your like hair is covering your face. Mystique.
Am I mysterious?
Very. The most, actually.
Anyway, I told an embarrassing story. Do you have
Fine.
any?
Have you ever had an embarrassing moment? Oh, many. Let me start with one that's kind of on topic. Girl love. This one time, I went to the mall. This was years ago. So many years ago, I lived in Canada. I'm in a Canadian mall. Walking around the mall, I make eye contact with what appears to be a beautiful woman. She's very beautiful indeed. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of admiring. But I remember that the store that I wanted to go to is on the floor beneath where I was. So I'm headed to the escalator, kind of make eye contact. Beautiful woman. I go to the escalator and I'm like, damn, she really cute. Oh my God. All of a sudden, I catch myself basically trying to walk down an escalator that's going up as she's watching me.
That's a good one. That is so funny.
Moral of the story, we all simp for pretty women, and sometimes it's embarrassing, and that's okay. I have no regrets. I hope she's doing well, living well. If she sees this, call me.
I'm right here.
You can call me too. I've been calling.
No, you
Do you want
haven't.
me or no?
I don't like
If you
phones.
love me, let me go.
Women are indeed beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Once, I had a crush on a guy in high school.
Cute.
And I'm like, how do I make him notice me? How do I make him think I'm this fucking mysterious, edgy goth girl, right? And I wasn't a goth girl. I was an anime girl back then when it wasn't cool.
Cute.
So I thought, okay, he can see me from his table or his little desk. So I opened up a notebook. I grabbed a black pen. And I just started scribbling all over the pen like a psycho. Like the entire white, just filled it with just... Also, I held the pen like a knife. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
wait, isn't that like a toddler? Like, don't
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Back the fuck up. Reverse
She was
it.
doing the toddler grip.
It was like just all over the page, right?
He did a double take. Oh my God, is that a toddler grip?
Dude. And then hold on. I fill up the page, right? And I'm like, he probably thinks I'm so fucking cool. I'm gonna turn the page and do it at another time. Second page, I'm doing this, right?
You're still toddler gripping.
Shut the fuck up. I'm filling up this page with black ink, and I know he's like, you know, you can't like not see my desk from his desk point of view. And I turn the page, I do it for a third time. 3 pages of this, I do it. And then that was it. And I'm like, he probably thinks I'm so fucking cool now. Close the notebook. Fuck yeah, I did it. But now when I think about it, that is really like, imagine if other people definitely saw me doing that. No wonder I had very little friends. Like,
Respectfully.
You did.
But I will say, this is so common. There's actually a trend for this on TikTok where people showcase the embarrassing things that they did in order to impress a crush. And it's so funny. It'll be like a girl being like, that time I found out my crush really liked basketball. And it's like her filming herself trying to play basketball and just like fucking it up.
That's cute.
It's really cute. Or like the time I found out my crush really liked Mountain Dew. Just bottles of Mountain Dew on someone's desk.
Have you ever done something for, you know, like gotten into something new because of the person you like? Like with Michael, I tried boxing because,
Yeah.
you know, it just never really stuck. But, you know.
I played WoW for this.
Oh!
I know.
You played World of Warcraft?
I know.
Oh, what faction were you? Were you the Horde?
Oh my god, I thought you were going to say, were you a whore? I was like, god damn, that had nothing to do with WoW. Like,
Or did it?
oh. Honestly, some WoW people do be a little feisty.
I know WoW. I mean, like, WoW is so big that, you know, people make relationships. Like, they make lifelong friends.
People get
in it.
married off of WoW.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
The guy that I played WoW for, it was kind of funny. Like, I played maybe like a couple months, and years later, I'm talking 7 years later, I hear stories about this new girl that he's dating and how it was like her birthday. And so they went to Disneyland, and like halfway through the day, he goes, I gotta go home. I have a WoW raid on her birthday.
No.
Anyways, besides the point.
I mean, people meme about WoW raids.
Yes, ma'am.
You've seen it.
You know how it be.
You know how it be. You gotta get to that raid, I guess.
You do. I don't give a fuck if it's your mom's funeral.
Yeah.
Get to the WoW raid. We're waiting for you, big dog. We need a healer.
We need a tank.
Ah, yes. There was a guy that I liked. Funnily enough, same guy, WoW guy. I was texting him, and you know when you tell your friends about your conversation with a guy? You're like, what do I say? Oh my god, look, he said this. La 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 la. Girl, I screenshotted our conversation, and I sent it to my friend, and I was like, can you believe he said that? But I accidentally sent it to him.
That is the worst. That is the worst. I think I've done that too.
And he goes, yeah, I said that.
Oh, no. That's... Hey, it happens to everyone. I feel like that's a universal thing sometimes.
He still ended up liking me, so fucking whatever.
Dude, that reminds me when this guy sent me a link. It's like one of those trick links where if you fill it out, it sends all that information to the person. So it's like, oh,
Like a guy sent you a phishing scam?
kinda, but it was like things like, who do you have a crush on? If you could tell it, stuff like that. So he was like getting information.
Oh
right?
my god.
So I didn't know, and I filled it out honestly, and he got it. And I remember messaging him like, hey, I think I put some information there that isn't true. Could you please make sure it doesn't? He never responded, and it never got out, so I don't think he did anything with it. But I just, oh god.
Wait, so you knew he'd get the answers or no?
It tells you afterwards.
After?
Like after you fill it out, oh, you got pranked, blah, blah, blah. It was one of
I'm
those,
not
like,
gonna
links.
lie, this sounded like a cute thing that, like, let's say Michael would do.
It was middle school.
Yeah, no, I mean, because he would know how to code, he'd be like, oh, this is like a random survey.
Oh,
They're like,
that's
who's your
cute.
crush? And you
What's
fill
your-
it out.
what's
and
your,
they see,
ring
you know?
size? Yeah.
Exactly. What's your ring size? At Michael Reeves. Could everybody please at Michael Reeves?
If he asks, no, he knows.
Oh, what is it?
I think it's a 5, but then lately my fingers have been getting like...
Your fingers got fatter, so it's a 5.5.
Because I feel like sometimes when I played like...
That's crazy, Michael. You should fuck around and get her 2 rings. One for when her fingers are skinny and one for when she's hungry. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I think it would be cute if it was like a cute prank, but I didn't know this was just
No, it's just a
kooky beans.
Just a kooky beans prank, yeah.
That's so kooky beans.
So kooky beans.
You know, I've had the thought sometimes, like, what if I just get myself a wedding ring? Is that crazy? What if I get married to someone else, but I buy the wedding ring myself?
No one's stopping you.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, if you're getting married, you can do whatever you want.
Right? Like, I want it to look how I want.
Yeah, I want to get married at Taco Bell Cantina.
Can I be there?
Yeah, I can invite up to, I think 25 people it said on the site.
Can I dress up as a taco?
You can absolutely do that. I want you to be a cheesy gordita crunch.
Specifically?
Yeah.
Oh, I will be a cheesy gordita.
Is that a thing? I just said a random fucking
wedding.
Taco Bell thing. I don't even know if that's a thing.
Yes, it
Oh my
is.
fucking god.
Oh, I would look good as hell like that.
Oh, you would look good wrapped up in that tortilla.
Double wrapped, baby.
Fucking 490
Double
calories.
wrapped.
Put that shit in me.
500 calories,
Oh my
bro.
fucking god.
I could
add
eat
guac.
5 of those.
Add guac. Yeah. And I want
Wow.
their Diablo sauce.
Embarrassing story, streamer edition, but I'm not the streamer. At my very first TwitchCon, I was in college and I used to watch this streamer named Amaz, and he would play Hearthstone all the time, which is like a card game. Very random. But I'd always watch him during my classes, walking around campus, studying, whatever. I watched him like every morning. And then I went to TwitchCon and I met him. And I was in so much shock that me at like 18 or 19 is meeting, you know, this guy that I watch play card games every morning. I'm like, oh my God, Amaz, you're my favorite streamer. He goes, oh, thanks. I start crying. I start crying in front of this random man who's many years my senior and who is like, is this lady okay? No, literally, he goes, are you okay? I was like, yeah, no, I'm fine. I don't know why yup. And he goes, all right.
I don't know. I think that's sweet, though, you know?
I also think it's sweet, and it's why, like, as I grew as a streamer, anytime I met someone, they started tearing up, and they're like, I don't know why I'm crying. Please don't be scared. I'd be like, no, I get it. I get it because I've been there.
Yeah.
You know?
That's so sweet.
Yeah, but it was very embarrassing in the moment, and I think he was very confused. I think maybe girls would get it a little bit more, but as like a grown man, you're seeing this like little girl cry in front of you, you're like, are you good, bro? Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's hard to think of embarrassing stories because, to be honest, I compartmentalize the fuck out of that. You know, I actually have tactics for making myself forget things.
Really? Do share.
Yes. So when I am having a life crisis or a moment that is either embarrassing or potentially traumatizing or just something that I don't want to remember, I play RTS games, real-time strategy games, such as TFT. The reason why is because, such as TFT or Tetris. The reason why is because it's been studied that RTS games, if you play them right after a certain potentially traumatic event happens, they actually lessen the chances of you forming PTSD. And these studies are typically done with people who go and experience like car crashes or things like that. And it's because you're basically using whatever, I'm not a scientist, but you're using your brain to focus so hard on solving whatever puzzle or strategy that it can't really take the time to form any negative perceptions about what just happened to you.
That's kind of crazy. That's nuts. Next time,
I'd be tricking my own brain.
next time something happens to me, I'm going to play TFT like immediately right away.
It's actually what I do and it works so well.
Wow. Okay. I like that.
Thank you very much. So that's why I can't remember so many bad things, but I think that's a good thing.
I don't like having bad things happen. Oh, obviously, no one does, right?
But I like sharing them. For real.
When it does happen, though, I always think like, hey, this is going to be a really funny story one day. So I try to look at it like that.
Actually, I don't know if this counts as an embarrassing moment, but let's just pretend it does. Years ago, this was maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I was seeing someone, but as you guys know, like I don't really publicize my relationships because why the fuck would I, bro? That sounds like so much work. Also, the people I dated, they didn't even want to be publicized. They were like, leave me alone. Let me live in peace. I'd be like, live in peace, brother. Anyways, besides the point. A Kooky Beans Twitter account that will remain unnamed tweeted out, guys, Pokimane has a boyfriend. And he incentivized a bunch of other people to tweet out the hashtag Pokimane boyfriend.
Are you fucking serious?
Which is insane to see trending on Twitter, by the way. Like, I don't think that's normal. Mind you, I was like 22, and I'm like, why is a 35-year-old man concerned about whether or not I'm dating someone? Pfft, beyond me. But anyways, on one hand, that could be like really embarrassing. Like, oh my God, people are wondering about my personal relationship that I don't want to publicize, but now it's like trending on Twitter. But no, actually, this was in the OTV house. I happened to have a cutout of Obama at the time. So I went to my mirror, I brought the Obama cutout, I held his hand, I took a photo, and I tweeted hashtag Pokimane boyfriend.
Oh, that's so funny.
I was like, guys, I have something to tell you. Hashtag Pokimane. And it's just me holding Obama's hand. Slay.
Obama.
Slay. Ah, good times. So sometimes you can turn an embarrassing moment into a good one.
I like that.
Thank you very much.
These are good stories, Pokimane.
Oh my God, thank you, Lily Pichu.
Very sweepy.
Honestly, girl, I get you. And I get that. Do you have any more?
I'm like thinking, like I'm going through the deepest.
No, embarrassing stories are hard to think of.
Because sometimes I do think you like push it down.
You do. Why would you remember it?
Right?
Why would you want to remember it?
It comes back to you when you're awake at night. It's 3:14 a.m.
That's so true.
And then you think about it and you're like, fuck, why did I say that?
Fuck, why did I do that?
Why did I do that? But
Fuck,
you're the
did they
only one
notice?
thinking about it. No one else is thinking about it. Right. I know I have a lot. It's just so hard to think about it, like on the go.
When we remember stuff like this, we gotta write it down.
I know.
You need to make a podcast list.
I agree.
Podcast note.
I've been trying to write down stories, things that happen, just for like even streaming, right? Because I'm like, oh, I want to tell this on stream, but I always forget.
I know what you mean. Well, maybe instead of embarrassing moments, we could talk about mistakes we've made.
God knows I've made so many mistakes.
God really does know. He knows everything. So if you pray, just tell him, you already know.
Please forgive me for what? I don't know. But you know.
Everything you need to forgive me
Everything
for,
you
please
need to
forgive me for all those
please
things.
forgive me.
Thank you. So basically, we bring up this topic because, girl, I don't know if you've noticed, but it feels like the downfall of YouTubers era. Then again, it's kind of always, but
I hear that every year.
yeah.
Oh, this is the end of blah, 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 blah. Oh, this is it. Oh, blah, blah, this is it. People are very doomer about everything.
But as of late, people or YouTubers that have been getting a lot of criticism are namely Mr. Beast, you guys already know, and MKBHD, Marcus Brownlee. Love his channel.
Wait, hold. Is
Do you know
that
what
the
happened?
guy who came to our sushi restaurant? Marcus Brownlee actually used to come to my parents' sushi restaurant quite frequently, apparently, and my parents have a picture with him, and Daniel
That's
met him.
hilarious.
I'm like, whoa.
We need to find that photo.
I want to see it.
Whoa.
I didn't realize. That's cool.
Well, thank you, MKBHD, for supporting Lily's parents,
Hell yeah.
and also kind of Lily.
Hell yeah.
Have you seen the criticisms levied against him?
What is he being criticized
Oh,
for?
girl, don't worry. I know all the tea. Finally, my time to shine. I have more to tell you, too. I was saving it from last episode. Okay, let me get comfortable. So here's the tea on MKBHD. And I will preface this by saying, I am an enjoyer of his channel. I find his tech reviews to be very interesting, informative, and well color graded.
I feel like I'm being told a bedtime story.
Don't you like that?
I
You want
like
to get
it.
cozied up and take a nap right now? Don't even lie to me.
Tell me a story.
So, from what I've seen, there's been two main criticisms levied against him. Oh my God,
That
the
is so
photo!
cute. Sorry, he just pulled up a picture
That's so
of my
cute.
parents and Mark. That's so cute.
I bet he doesn't even know it's your parents.
And he even knows me, so it's all good.
Maybe he'll find out now. That's dope.
Okay, go on.
This is coming off the back of him having a really great year. Like, so much positive PR because funnily enough, his reviews were so good that they kind of tanked certain company stocks.
What?
And things of the like, yeah. And sure, there were some people who'd be like, you need to care about the stock and be careful how you criticize or review certain products. But I think like 80 to 90% of people are like, if the product is bad, it's bad. But this is just to show like the level of influence he has. Genuinely, it can tank companies.
What an influencer.
Truly. And so I would say like his popularity really all-time high. However, one out of two things. He came out with, I think, an app or something that people could purchase. And it's basically a wallpaper engine, but paid.
Okay, so you pay for wallpapers?
Yes.
Isn't
and
that
so
free? No, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about this.
Yes?
To kind of clarify, basically...
Do you have a mic?
Oh, yeah, we got a mic.
Oh, this is
Oh
the
my God,
best
they got
thing
a
ever.
mic.
Holy shit, that's our editor, Flex. Shout out, Flex. Please work with us
Flex is a
forever.
baddie.
Now, if you leave, you're going to look like a bad person.
You're here forever.
You're here forever. Sorry, I got really excited. Go on,
I
Flex.
just signed my life away.
No, it's like his debut.
Oh, okay. So basically, like, the app that he released is called Panels. And so it's like a free-to-use app, but you can buy a subscription on top of that for, like, basically to support the artist, but also to get like the HD and like versions or like the 4K versions, and also to get like specific wallpaper packs that artists make. And so I think a lot of people were, when he originally announced it, the way that he explained it wasn't very well done. And so a lot of people got angry, like, I can't believe you're charging for wallpapers. But in reality, it was like, it's free with the option to pay for it, like a yearly subscription, if you want.
Oh.
I see.
Another problem was the amount was $50, and I think that triggered, like, people made headlines like Marcus Brownlee wallpaper app is $50, which I think is negative.
I know what that's like.
Yeah.
But,
Anyway.
okay.
That is really interesting information because I did not know that the Baseline app was free. I think that really changes things. And I'm curious whether the free wallpapers were still pretty good and you could just pay to have them be even better and pay to purchase packs from artists. I think that in and of itself is cool. Like if I could pay an artist for really dope wallpapers and there was a marketplace or app for that, I would definitely utilize that. However, people were definitely not pleased, and I understand the price tag is higher, and I understand it might feel like you're giving a very already rich YouTuber $50 a year for art or for wallpapers that you could maybe get for free. But to me personally, I like the portion where you can potentially
Support
give
the
money to artists.
I like that a lot, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Just
but
buying
you're right.
wallpaper packs from artists, I fuck with that. Do you have any thoughts?
It seems kind of tame.
Actually, Flex, do you have any thoughts or more information? Like, do you think what he did was bad? It sounds like you know quite a bit.
Well, I remember when the original, because I'm also like a very big like MKBHD fan, and so I've been basically, his explanation of the app was only a small section at the beginning of a main channel video, and so he just like quickly said what the app was about, and I was like, oh, this just isn't for me. My wallpaper has always been my dog, so I'm like,
Cute.
I'm never gonna use this, but like if other people want to use this, then like that's cool with me.
see.
Like I don't really mind. Plus, like he did mention like it's a free app, but you can pay additional, and I'm like, I mean, it's like freemium. Like every like app does that at this point, right? So I didn't really care.
For a controversy, it sounds kind of tame.
Another thing to bring up the point is that critics said that when the app initially launched, it did have a lot of issues, a lot of bugs in the app, and critics were saying that it's hypocritical for him to be charging money for a bad app when he's been critical of other people's bad app, especially in that year where he was super critical of like 3 companies that
see.
led to the
I
downfall of
see.
them.
Okay.
Well, he didn't cause the downfall of them. One of the preface, they were
Yeah.
just bad, but
The products
Yeah.
were just bad.
basically.
I
But this
see.
was the tamer of the second issue that I think Poki's gonna bring up.
There's another one? Because I was going to say, this one seems like You know, let's.
I think with this issue, you come out with a product, people want to criticize it. That's their right. In the same way that it's his right to criticize things that he reviews. Is the criticism overblown? I think maybe some of it, like for me, I was a bit misinformed. I didn't know that the baseline product was free.
Okay.
I think that makes a difference. And then I think some of the criticism is probably valid. Depends what people say. But either way, it's the internet. That's what's going to happen. I do think people probably went harder at him because he reviews products and he probably says that a lot of things are overpriced and not worth the money. And because bro is famous as hell.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
It is what it is, and it do be what it do be, it is, as it were.
And it isn't what it isn't.
And it is what it are.
And what it is to them is what it is to them. It doesn't have to be what it is to me.
You know what? That did make sense. I was just making random noises, but you made sense.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So, controversy number 2.
Bedtime story part 2. Let's go.
Controversy number 2, and hopefully Flex has added information. From what I saw, essentially, he accidentally left in a clip of... He accidentally left in a clip in a YouTube video that showcases him speeding at like 70 plus miles per hour in a 35 miles per hour zone.
That's bad.
And I'm not gonna lie, for someone whose image is so incredibly clean, I do think that's really not good. However, I also don't know I would love to hear the context from his end. Like, why was he speeding
He's
in
just
like a rural area?
He wanted to go fast.
Was he just testing out the car? All right, Flex, give us the added info.
Okay, so
96! Sorry.
The video in itself was like a sponsored video. So already the whole video was a sponsored video.
Of the car?
Of DJI, the mic that we're actually using right now. So thank you, DJI.
For not sponsoring us.
No, I don't want to thank you for not sponsoring us. Sponsor us, then I'll thank you.
But this whole segment was unnecessary. It was just like a really small segment of this.
Oh, so it's just a random clip of him in a car.
Yeah, he was showcasing like a Lamborghini and I think one of his product was...
What's the title of the video, sorry?
How my gear is changing. It was something around that and it was sponsored by
Got it.
DJI.
So the clip is completely unrelated to the topic of the video. Okay.
He was driving a Lamborghini, which is already a flashy car, like, you know.
Yeah.
He was going 96.
Yeah,
He was trying
Lambo.
to censor the speedometer.
Oh.
Yeah, which is what a lot of car reviews do, to be fair. They censor the speedometer. But the Lamborghini has a second speedometer in the passenger side that he missed.
Oh my God.
As he was going 96.
When having money backfires.
Yeah, he was going 96 and at 35.
Oy.
And there were children present signs in that street.
Did he apologize for that?
His apology was... First of all, he deleted that segment
You can
off
tell
of YouTube
how much
Studio.
Dan is a fan of him. You know,
He
I
cut
can
it
hear
out.
the passion in his voice.
Can we pull it up? I want to read it out. And then Lily, you can give me your reactions.
Oh my fucking God. I'm like finding all this out.
Last video, I did something pretty stupid. You might have already seen it, but maybe not, so I'll address it here. There was a clip with the action cam of me test driving a car and going way too fast. Absolutely inexcusable and dangerous. Factual.
Okay, that's true.
I've since cut it out of the video with YouTube's editor tool. I also understand that this looks like covering it up, but I think it's the right thing to do. Fair, and also kind of covering it up, but fair. There's no reason to leave that clip in, there was no reason to include it in the first place, and I would never want to make it seem okay by leaving it in the video. I'm well aware of the Streisand effect, and I know everything on the internet lives forever, but I think that's the best decision right now. It's good for him to address that and understand that the clip will live on regardless of whether or not it's in his YouTube video, and for him to address it publicly instead of just try to hide it and be quiet. All I can do is apologize and promise never to do anything close to that stupid again. That's a terrible example to set, and I'm sorry for it. Thoughts?
Am I supposed to not like this? That was an apology.
It was an
I feel
apology.
like it's hard to apologize on the internet.
I
with
agree.
People being happy about it. Because no matter what, you always have people going, he's just apologizing because he got caught. But like, Yeah, he got caught, but he, two things can coexist. I don't know. It just feels like a lose-lose situation.
There are a lot of... I really appreciate him apologizing after removing it and addressing everything.
Yes.
I think there are so many people who will
don't do
literally
that.
just wait 2-3 weeks, not address anything ever. So I like that. I don't know if this is just my curious self, but part of me wonders, like, wait, why? Is this normal occurrence? I guess that's the only thing that I feel is kind of missing. Like, why were you doing it in the first place? Then again, I do think him going, it's inexcusable, it's not okay.
Dangerous. I promise to never do
at
something
the end
like that again.
at the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter why he was doing it, but I'm so curious. So
He had to go somewhere really fast, I guess.
we fast.
Really fast.
But he was filming it.
Oh, 96 miles is really fast.
He's driving super fast to Lily's parents' restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to beat Russia.
I was shouted out, but they don't work there anymore, so.
It's literally New Jersey. Like, okay, no offense, we have American.
Yo, New Jersey is good. Tell them about the New Jersey Turnpike.
What the frick is a turnpike?
A state treasure, if I do say so myself. Oh my gosh, she doesn't know. She doesn't know the
What is she
turnpike.
on, bro?
Yo, Edgewater, beautiful city. The miso in Edgewater, gorgeous. Palisade Park, Korea.
We love Korea.
No, I think it's like there's a Koreatown there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I checked the map, Google Map, and it said Koreatown. I don't know.
It doesn't say Koreatown, but just a lot of Koreans live
It
in New
is
Jersey.
super a lot of Koreans. Yes, Fort Lee, Palisade Park, etc. And a nice bus, a bus that goes straight to Port Authority in New York City. 1 hour, 1 hour bus ride, 50-minute bus ride, and that's why you live in New Jersey. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. New Jersey, the Garden State. You'll enjoy your stay.
I swear I used to live in the Garden City.
Huh?
I swear St. Catharines, where I grew up, is like the Garden City.
Garden City?
Maybe. I could be totally wrong. Okay, back to MKBHD.
Sorry, I got really...
All
carried away
good.
by
We love New Jersey.
Yo, I love
the Garden City, where you will enjoy your stay.
New Jersey.
Or the Garden State? I don't even know. Don't care either. So back to MKBHD. I don't care whether I said it right. I care about New Jersey.
I'll have you know that New Jersey is on the up and up. The gentrification
No one knows that.
is
So are they?
insane. What's
I
our
love gentrification.
fuck, what was it? Fuck.
GDP?
GDP. I was gonna say GPA. What's New Jersey's GPA?
Are we scoring high?
Are we scoring
Are we
high on
failing? Do we need extracurriculars?
Sorry, go back to... sorry, Mr. Brown.
MKBHD.
MKB.
So I was gonna say, again, love his content. I'm a be dead ass. I'm a be dead ass.
I'm a BS.
I'm a BS. And met him at the Mr. Beast thingy, and I was like, love your content. Because I'm a be dead ass.
You BS.
I'm a BS. But this is a great friendly reminder that no matter how good someone's content, no matter how much you feel like you know them through the screen, one, we're all human, so we're all gonna make mistakes, okay? And two, you don't really know someone till you know them. Heck, you could meet them for weeks. You don't know someone till you've known them for like 2-3 years. Oh,
I agree
God.
with this. Yeah. And that goes for us too. We
So
don't
I'm
really-
not going to
yeah.
sit here and be like, MKBHD was speeding. He's the worst person ever. It is a very bad thing to do. And he rightfully deserves to be criticized for it. I can't tell you that he's a bad person. What the hell? I can't tell you he's a good person. He's just a person. He's a great content creator, and he made a mistake. And I
That's
don't
too
know much
rational,
else.
Poki.
Oh,
That is
shit.
way too rational.
I hate him, and we will
hate
rally.
him. This one single mistake will define him for the rest of his life, and there is no chance. None.
None.
For growth.
No,
Fuck that shit.
no redemption for
No
anyone
redemption.
ever.
Just hold them accountable for one thing, and then do it for the rest of their lives. And that is how the American rehab, the prison system operates. Yo, I need to shut up.
She speaks facts and then thinks that she needs to shut up.
I do think.
Like, no, you don't. We do need a better rehabilitation system.
I agree.
Thank you.
I think we do need.
I'm with you, especially depending on the crime. Like, let's BFFR.
You do not
Anyways,
deserve to be locked up for years because of marijuana. You just don't.
you don't deserve to be locked up for years because of your big juicy. You are guilty of having one.
I am. I'm
But you shouldn't be locked up for
guilty.
years.
Arrest me. We're filling a double.
Anyways,
episode.
Flex,
I'm really tired.
Dan,
I'm really
I would
sorry.
love to hear what you guys think as tried and true MKBHD fans.
I have a question.
We
When you see your friends make a mistake, do you call them out?
hell yeah.
Oh, really?
No. Okay, so let me explain. No. Let me explain. I call them out privately.
Oh yes.
Yes.
What? I'm not gonna tweet about it.
There's
Lily, you left the toilet seat up. Like that would make sense.
I think right now my mental, I believe that if my friend makes a mistake, I will confront them privately. But I no longer want to do it publicly or have any desire to do it publicly just because I find that the audience is not the best jury, judge.
Speak on
whatever.
it.
I think sometimes.
How many times have we seen people get crucified online and yet the online don't know everything?
Exactly. There's a lot of things missing, and the only
Don't
way
kill
to
the
remedy
messenger.
that is to just air out every little thing. But that's a lose-lose situation. So yes, if my friend fucks up, I'll tell them. But
Don't
probably
speed.
privately.
Don't drink and drive, Cookie Bean.
Which one of our friends does? I don't think any.
Oh, I was just trying to think of something like
okay,
speeding.
okay.
Actually, yeah, there was someone who once told me that they drove while drinking, and I was like, oh! I'm not someone who's gonna be like, oh, that's crazy, haha. I'm gonna be like, bro, you know you could kill people? And they're like, yeah, well, I mean, you know you could kill people? You know, I can't.
That topic makes me so sad. Okay, drinking and driving is so bad. It has ruined so many lives. It's fucking killed people, okay? But I hate that we've gone to a point
literally.
where people feel like they have no other option than to drink. Find a designated driver. Uber, which is rising in prices every day. Find a taxi, which no one does, let's be honest. Or sometimes people do. There's no other alternative option to go home after you drink. Unlike
Just fly. Just teleport.
it just makes me really,
It's
really,
better
really
than drinking and driving. Don't do that shit.
sad. It makes
I
me
agree.
sad.
Uber prices are expensive. I agree. It might be annoying or an inconvenience to find a DD.
But you should still do it more
But at
than
the end of the day, you can't be drinking and
you can't drink
driving.
and drive. I agree. But it makes me sad that the alternatives are so few, I guess. I wish we made it easier
You know
for
what's
people
funny?
to find public trains.
Public transportation does need to be dope in every city. Please vote me for president.
Damn! No. Vote me for president.
Sure, you would hate it.
yeah,
You would quit on day 2. You'd be like, I need a nap. They'd be like, we're going into war. Yeah, can you wait? I'm really
no.
eepy.
I don't want.
I'll make a decision when
This is
I
crazy.
wake up.
This is actually nuts. This is highly insulting to my a great leadership abilities.
Which ones?
I hate leading.
You're the cutest, though.
I hate you.
Oh, no, you don't.
Gurgled there.
Do you really? I'm sorry.
No, I don't hate you. Of
Hold
course
my
I don't
hand.
hate you.
Okay, I didn't mean those jokes.
No, I know
if
you
you
didn't mean
wanted
it.
to be president, you could be
No,
president.
I know I'd be a terrible president. I think I'm just lashing out because I know you're right. I would
Aw.
be eepy. I would be eepy on the job.
Yeah, but I want you to know that I really feel like you could, if you put your mind to anything, you could do it. I
You
really
think I
believe.
could be president?
If you really wanted to, yes, sweetie.
Oh, yay. Sex isn't bad.
Sexism is bad. Racism too.
Yeah.
And public transport, good.
Good.
Healthcare,
Good.
yep. Big juicy butts,
Good.
period. Period.
I would open a new department. It's called the big ass department.
And it would be a really big department, or it would be about big asses.
It's called bad.
Big ass. I like that. Damn, you've been bad. I'm sending you to the bed.
You're sending me yes.
What
What were we?
Yeah, we were talking about MKBHD.
I'm sorry. It just keeps coming back to the ass.
As it should, because at the end of the day, it is what it is, and it isn't what it's not.
It do be.
Mm-hmm. And if it's for me, then all that matters is my opinion.
And your opinion is ass. I'm sorry. I didn't know what to think. Okay, yes,
MKBHD. So I guess we're kind of done so with that. Wait, we didn't finish hearing from Flex and Dan. Oops.
I mean, I was just very disappointed. Because I agree, like his image is so clean and he does great content, and I always watch him to like get up to date on like tech and stuff. So I was just generally disappointed and will be more apprehensive of his content moving forward, but will still generally support it as long as like this isn't a repeated mistake.
People are, what's the word? Fallible?
Yes.
Infallible?
Infallible.
Yeah, that one.
I think it's infallible.
Wait, what is imperfect?
I think infallible.
People aren't infallible.
Oh, so people aren't
People
infallible.
aren't infallible. Yes.
Facts. People are fallible.
Everyone makes mistakes, including us.
I have a great +1 to this. There is a YouTuber that I loved for a very long time who also had a very clean image, who wound up being like a multi-cheater.
Oh.
Like cheating on numerous women at once, kind of. Andrew Huberman.
I don't know that.
Love his podcast, to be honest. Loved his podcast, watched it religiously. He has a podcast about like health. He brings on many doctors, psychologists, people who are experts in the specific scientific field that they study, and just makes really informative episodes that honestly, like a lot of the times he tries to kind of put it in layman's and make it understandable for any audience. Really, really loved his content. And then when I found this out, the thing is he has this vibe of like, I'm healthy, I'm older, I just want to spread free information to the youth. And then you find out he's cheating on like 4 women at once while trying to impregnate one of them, or like have a baby with one of them. He's going through like IVF with one of the women, and there's like many others, and then they all like find out about each other kind of thing. Kooky beans. Regardless, I gotta be honest, okay? After that, I was so icked. I didn't watch his content for maybe like 7 months. And while I went on my Japan trip, there was a video that popped up of his that was particularly interesting, and I watched it, and the guest was incredible, and the episode was so interesting, and it reminded me how much I loved the podcast and why. And then I realized, well, shit, maybe he's a terrible boyfriend, but he's damn good at podcasting. God damn it. So
You can, if you can separate the
art from the artist.
Yeah.
But what if I'm putting money in the pockets of I don't know. Mommy Lily, I don't know what to do. Do I watch his podcast?
Is it beneficial? Like, do you like
It's
it?
really interesting.
Okay. Wait, why can't you listen to it?
You know what? I'll let the audience decide. Guys, should we stop consuming content of people who make mistakes, or does it depend how bad the mistakes are?
I think it depends how bad the mistake is.
Fair enough. If it's like a life, like a personal problem.
If it's an interpersonal relationship problem, I think it's like, I can understand if you still want to consume the work.
Fair
But
enough.
it's like
if they're actively doing harm to people,
you're a serial killer. Like, I would,
fair enough.
side-eye that,
Fair
you know,
enough.
like
side eye, I would call the police.
Yeah,
but,
probably
to
call the
each their own.
cops and stuff. If we stopped consuming the content of everyone who made mistakes, there would be nothing to consume. No?
That was a bar.
No. What?
That was a bar. She doesn't know what a bar is. That's so cute.
No, I know what a bar is.
Do you? Not the
Yeah.
place where you drink.
I walk into a bar.
Not that kind of bar, sweetie.
Bars.
Do you know what a bar is?
Yeah, that was a bar. That was like a line, like a good line or something.
She's not geriatric.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? You fuck.
Well, it's not. I don't know.
I find that people pick and choose their morals and what they believe to be
Whatever
good
kind
for
of feels
them.
easiest to us. Shall we talk more about mistakes? Ones we've made, or should we talk about Mr. Beastio? Miso beef?
miso beef. Number 37.
When we did the Mr. Beast shoot, Lily and Michael would not stop memeing miso beef.
My video based on that shoot is called
Miso beef. That's so funny.
Miso beef.
Miso beef. I love
It's
miso
from
beef.
Michael, and he got it from memes, so it's just stuck.
Of course, Michael got it from memes.
Oh yeah.
So
speaking
Mr.
of-
Beast or
Sorry,
ourselves?
people who don't make mistakes. Except Michael Reeves. He's perfect.
Okay.
He's perfect.
We get it. You're in love. This bitch. She's not a bitch. She's a sweetie pie.
No, I'm a bitch. Spread that around.
Ooh.
I don't even.
Should I tweet it?
care. Remember the Rust thing? There's a video game called Rust. It was a event on Twitch, and one of the memes that came from that was that Lily Pichu is a huge bitch, and then that got outside our circle, and then people started hearing, "Oh my god, did you hear Lily Pichu is like a huge evil bitch up here?" Because like
No
I had this
way.
war against some other faction, and
I remember.
remember this.
But it was such a joke. You like it was like a cat faction.
You have to be careful when you think things are obviously jokes. There's so many people in this world that I've come to learn that you can be as sarcastic or put
Yeah, they're
joking
just
labels
not gonna
as
get it.
much as you want, but it does not matter. There are people who will take you seriously. And to
To be
those
fair-
people, suck my fat nuts.
I thought they were sweaty.
They're sweaty too.
Oh.
They're huge.
Oh.
So big.
Tell me more.
Like juicy peaches.
Oh. You got so many. 2 in the front.
One in
Two
the
in the
back.
back.
Oh, one.
What?
Yeah.
Two
I
in-
thought the entire butt was like a peach.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But yeah, anyway.
I guess you're right. 1 in the back.
No matter how obvious you think a joke is, it's not obvious to some people. And that's
True.
just normal. And that is okay. But I was saying, if that's going to be the case anyway, you might as well spread all these
Actually,
like, crazy rumors. And someday people are going to be like,
Lily Peachu's a
Lily
bitch.
Peach
She got a
Darth-
BBL at the same time as Cutie
she's
Cinderella.
like Darth Vader. You know what I mean?
Slay.
She's been in countless, I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Dramas, controversies.
Something. I don't fucking know.
Fist fights at bars.
Fist fights.
At bars.
Gets really drunk on the weekends and has boxing matches with random people.
Is secretly in a fight club, but it's not a secret anymore.
It's a pretty big fight club.
Let's talk about miso beef. That's right, Mr. Beef, the #1 YouTuber on the platform.
Okay. What's your opinion on miso beef, Mr.
Well,
Beast?
first, let's talk about the controversies. Do you know any of them?
Which one?
Damn, bars. Yeah, there were kind of a lot of things. For any listeners who don't know, I'm sure a lot of you guys do know though. I feel like this all began, when Rosanna Pansino, is that her name? She came out with a video saying that she was in a Mr. Beast challenge. And the premise of the video is something along the lines of, I got 3rd place, but he put me in 5th or 6th place. And she also said that the guy who got 1st in the challenge actually cheated, but he wasn't held liable for the cheating. So that happened, and obviously people were like, sir. But actually that stayed pretty tame, and he DM'd her to have a phone call and talk about it. She refused. She said, just message me, and I think he stopped talking to her. So it was never resolved. I don't believe he addressed it publicly. And then there were more controversies because one of the people that are part of his crew, she's named Ava Tyson, formerly known as Chris Tyson. Long story short, a bunch of weird past things came out that she had said on a Mr. Beast Discord, as well as now, recently, there were a bunch of leaked messages in some kind of work group chat that they had. I think the other thing that people have been criticizing him for is just saying that some of his challenge videos aren't very safe, or that, some people have had bad experiences doing the challenges. Actually, it's gone so far as to, I think somebody leaked one of his employee handbooks, and people were kind of reading through it and being like, you shouldn't talk to your employees like this. I'm going to be honest, I do not know all the details, but I believe that's kind of the gist of it, and it has kind of led to people criticizing and picking apart almost anything and everything he does. One other thing, I think now he's in the middle of a crypto scandal.
Okay.
Where people are like, oh, you made a bunch of money off of rug pulls. Do you know what that means? It's basically when they launch a coin, try to kind of influence people to buy it, and then
I'll pull the rug under you.
yes, and the cost or the value of the coin crashes, but the initial investors make a ton of money because they sell all of their money or sell all their coins, whatever. Yes, Flex. Would you like to add to the convo? Please. I think it'd be better not coming from my mouth anyways.
I think one of the big things that was like a big criticism against him was that he did illegal lotteries where essentially like he would have live streams where he'd be saying, all right, the next person who buys the shirt is going to get a PS5. And then you don't see anyone like writing down or announcing like who won that PS5. And like he would just do that for a whole stream. That stream is about the cast members and Mr. Beast like signing shirts for people to receive. But then you would see it wasn't Mr. Beast signing his own signature, essentially. And so people were like, I can't believe you're like selling things that aren't accurate to like Mr. Beast didn't sign this. And that's like the main draw for people wanting to buy the shirt. And then also the illegal lottery thing of like, you're not giving people prizes or anything like that when you say that you're going to.
Do you have any thoughts?
Not really.
Fair enough.
I guess it sounds kind of callous. I just don't care enough about it that when I see these things, it's like, oh, okay, and then I move on. Like, this is more detailed than what I see.
The topics are kind of so complicated that you really need to look into it and read into every little thing to properly understand what's going on.
I don't have time.
And then also understand the gravity of anything he's done is also very confusing because frankly, Mr. Beast has like dozens of people working for him. So it's like, okay, what did he do versus what was maybe an employee's idea or an employee did it or whatever. That's not to say that like if he did do something wrong that it's not wrong or it's not his responsibility. But it's just to say, to be honest, when I see this like huge wave of kind of hate farming him, I'm really not surprised because he's just grown so large and he's done so many things over the course of so many years. You can't be that big, be that popular, and do that many things without probably having some issues, some mistakes here and there. I just think they're all coming to light and all coming to scrutiny kind of all at the same time. So as much as I hate to be a fence sitter, I'm also not informed enough on every little thing to be like a defender or a crucifier.
Hey, remember how we talked about life isn't black and white?
It is what it is.
There's a lot of nuance. And in this case, the nuance is I just don't have time to research into this, I guess. And the more I read up on stuff, maybe sometimes it's a lot of what is really true or not true. I don't fucking know, man. I see what people say, for sure.
And the Lunchly stuff. People didn't like Lunchly.
Oh, the mold thing?
Yeah. Well, launching Lunchly in the first place, people didn't like.
Oh, I just saw
'Cause they're
I
like-
did see the mold thing on Twitter.
Yeah. They were like, Lunchly is only marginally better than Lunchables or something. And then the mold
The mold,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. I do wish they had addressed the moldy cheese a little bit more. I don't think I saw any of those three guys be like, hey guys, yeah, there was moldy cheese. Sorry about that. But maybe legally they're not allowed.
Maybe. I
Because
don't know.
evidently it's a problem that they're going to solve for. But if you're going to solve for it, can't you also just be like, we messed up, sorry, with a little 3 face? I would hit the like button. I would. I very quickly want to end off by talking about our own mistakes because I also don't want to, it doesn't have to be at length, but I don't want to sit here and be like, look at this YouTuber drama and like ignore the fact that I've been in YouTuber drama so much. I've been criticized many a times, sometimes rightfully so. Sometimes it's kind of silly willy.
I'm sorry, a lot of the times it's silly, Willy. Don't discredit yourself.
I don't know.
So much.
Girl, there were literally
talked about
videos
this.
that were like, she's not funny and she's not cute.
I'm like,
is that criticism? Interesting.
some of the criticism, it's not coming from a place where they're giving you legitimate advice. It's just coming from a place where they want to tear you down because your Poki or whatever, right?
It's just tough to respond to things like that because how can you convince
You can't,
someone of that?
But you can't.
You know what I mean?
When they're so convinced that you're a terrible person, nothing you say or do is going to change their mind. I've learned this. You've probably learned this too.
A little bit.
I have tried.
You know what I learned? You can't use logic to get someone out of a place that they didn't use logic to get into.
Exactly.
And a lot of some people hate me from a place of emotion. They think it's off of logic, but it's really a place of emotion. So no amount of logic is going to save them.
And it's
They're
like
in an emotional space, and that's okay. But I will say, some criticisms against me are valid and fair, 100%.
oh, for sure.
There are also those, this is the trickiest part for me, when sometimes people's criticisms of me are valid, but their delivery isn't fair.
Yes.
You know?
I know.
You can be like,
exact-
hey, I really don't like that you did this. But instead you're like, you're a freaking bitch cunt whore slut who's doing this stupid ass fucking shit. That, you know, it's like, what do you want me to do with that message? Let's be for real.
Yeah, I don't think, no one's saying we're perfect. We make mistakes. Everyone
Nah, girl.
makes mistakes. I try to give people the grace that I wish they'd show me.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they don't show me or my friends sometimes. But it's okay. Like I said, it is what it is.
And it isn't what it isn't. And it never was what it wasn't.
Dude, put that on a t-shirt.
And it will never be what it won't be. And at the end of the day, all that matters is me.
Oh my God. Wait, where is that from?
There's this really funny clip I need to show you.
Okay, because like that bars.
At the end of the day,
it
is what it is.
Whatever the case may be, it is what it is after all. But for me, it's about me. And for you, that's not the case.
And we're talking about the situation in which we're in.
The situation
and kind
that
of
we're
reflecting on that and thinking about our futures.
what has occurred in this timeline. But what has transpired and what continues to transpire has happened. Not only happened, but it continues to occur.
Hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
And what transpired has occurred.
And what's happened will happen and has happened.
And it isn't what it isn't.
And all we have is each other.
And at the end of the day, it's night.
It's night, and then it turns into morning, and then it's loops.
Did you name one of your mistakes?
Fuck. I think something in my brain short circuits when people ask, "Give me an example." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like,
I think that's the ADHD part.
dude, it literally like stops working because I get so pressured and anxious, like I can't think of.
Honestly, I hate pressure too. I really do. I just work better when I'm just fucking vibing.
Yeah.
I will say, obviously, if we're talking about mistakes, I think the way that I handled the myna launch could have been far better.
Ooh.
And so sometimes it's hard to talk about these topics. Like, I understand the issue that MKBHD was having quite a bit because I know the difficulties of coming out with a product, likely having a team behind you who's pressuring you to do XYZ things, to price things a certain way, to word things a certain way, and then that just not really translating to your audience, or even the lunchly stuff. If you guys haven't noticed, there has been quite the trend of creators coming out with like better for you snacks, which I did too, because that's kind of what we were being pitched. That's what people were investing in. And obviously all creators are kind of just looking to take that next step in their career. And sometimes that's launching products, and sometimes that doesn't work out the way that we want. So I think that was a really big learning experience for me. And I also think it made me realize in the future, if I really want to be the face of a product ever again, I would want to do all of it, if not most of it, in-house. And I'd want to be able to focus on it and be able to oversee every little thing. Because to be honest, it's really hard to trust other people with the nuances of your career, your name, your brand online.
To them, they want to use your brand too.
Yeah, I'm just a marketing tool
Yes.
to whoever is investing, right?
Ooh, that's a whole other, I think,
Mm-hmm.
great topic we can get into. Working with marketing and advertisers, where you are just a product essentially.
But when I saw like Ninja came out with his like nut milk. Did you know Ninja came out with a nut milk?
Nut milk?
And it was initially just called nut milk.
That's crazy.
And I realized, better for you snacks are kind of just like a trend, even though it's something that like I actually stock my pantry up with. Not the nut milk, but healthier snack alternatives. So I was like, I actually really like this idea, which is why I was down to to help co-found Myna. But once I saw how it went, once I saw how understandably so anything that I come out with or anything that I do will be very heavily criticized and scrutinized. And honestly, people that you work with in corporate settings don't understand that level of scrutiny. I was like, pause. I don't want to promote products unless I can set everything about them. I can oversee everything. And I remember when the controversy was happening, to be honest, it would have been pretty easy for me to throw certain people under the bus. This person told me that. This person told me. But at the end of the day, it's my responsibility because I'm the one promoting it to people. So, yeah. They changed it from nut milk to nutcase. So this Lunchly, like, you can just see there was a trend in what investors wanted people to sell.
Interesting.
And now I'm like, damn, I really do just be a marketing tool to these motherfuckers. No, I'm kidding. It is what it is. That's the relationship. You give them one thing, they give you money. To launch something.
Symbiotic thing.
Yeah. So that was a very big learning lesson.
That's a
for
good
me,
perspective.
Smiley.
Thank you for sharing.
Oh my God, thanks for listening
that was very
and
good.
validating me and
You are
being
valid.
soft and kind.
You are very valid. And I
Should
do
we
think a lot of
kiss?
times people are just way too harsh on you. And I think that's done a number on your psyche because you are not like normal.
Really? How so?
Not normal in a sense. I think you've been through what normal people haven't, I guess. So I think that has changed you.
Fair enough.
And you're probably
How do you think it's changed me?
guard up a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
You're way more like selective, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe that's just something every human needs to go through. Just trust issues,
If you
right?
need to. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so nice. Thanks for
You're
really
so valid.
understanding who I am and the things that have made me this way.
I think it's because I know you too. I've known you for a while, and I know who you are, even with your flaws. So when I see people talk about you, when they think they know your flaws, I'm like, you don't know or actually know your flaws. Like I don't.
I know her.
I know like what's wrong with her,
And
okay?
it's not that.
And it's not that. Let me tell you that.
Oh my God.
Like same way, like you might know my flaws,
You're
but
so
they don't
funny.
know. Like
I mean, of course, the perception of people who haven't been your close friend for 5 years.
and I think it's to be expected. That's
But also, like, damn, I also wish people just weren't so judgmental. Like, girl, go do something else.
doesn't matter. We
Yeah.
make money. It's okay. We have our.
Well, to be fair, we haven't made money here
No, we
yet.
haven't.
So
but we
please hit
will.
that like
We
and
will make
subscribe
money off this podcast one day. I believe.
one day.
But-
I'm really praying for it. But actually, when I pray for it, I don't even say the words. I just go,
Are you fucking? You're never gonna let this go.
God, you know.
Are you serious?
The podcast, you know. And then I go to bed. That's one of my favorite moments, man. It's so good.
I was young. Didn't know what prayers
I
were
love
for.
it.
I thought they were just wishes.
It is. A prayer is a wish.
Well, I mean, it's also like a lot of introspection and stuff. Like it's like your relationship with God and everything. But anyway,
True.
but in my simple child mind, I thought you just ask for stuff and He gives it to you. That's how it works. Dear God, I want a house. Blah, 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 blah.
I want a big juicy butt.
I want to win the lottery and a fat ass. Can you get that for me? He only did one of those two. Yeah, one.
No, you won the lottery.
In friendship?
I was really thinking, should I say me or Michael? Me or Michael? Me or Michael?
Yeah, I actually saw the brief flash of indecision past your eye. I did see it, and I thought I was imagining things.
Because I can't
I
hide
know.
my emotions.
Oh God,
Oh,
you
that's
and
great.
Michael are the lottery.
Together?
Maybe
I
he's like
that.
the Powerball, but you're like the. I'm joking.
Whoa. I like that. All right, let's do slice of advice, slice of life, savory advice.
I'm too tired.
We're going to speedrun it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. If you want, I can answer. I can read it and I can answer.
Okay, check out this slice of life advice. My husband and I have a healthy bedroom relationship, okay, but he has a specific kink, okay, and this kink involves imagining another person with us while we're having fun, but it's hard to me for to imagine this because the person is my sister. And my husband says he feels bad. He knows he shouldn't feel that way towards her and would never try anything with her. Actually, just likes to talk about it. It's like a forbidden taboo thing, you know. I know he would never do something like it on my sister, actually. Anyway, when we're in the bedroom, he brings it up. It's hard for me to do anything because I get grossed out talking about my own sister like that. I have tried to tell him I don't like it, but then he can't without talking about it. Bro, you're
Wait, that's how it ends?
well. She's asking, if It hurts both our feelings since we are essentially hurting each other with this. It's almost a once a week thing that we argue about, and I'm not trying to navigate. If you gotta argue with your husband, please stop thinking about my sister when we have sex. Maybe, like once a week you gotta argue with your husband. Please, honey, can you not think about my sister while you nut? Like, maybe, like, God damn, you do this once a week? You have so much more patience than me, and I thought I was a patient person. Please, honey, please don't come while thinking about my sister. God, I beg you. Sorry, you should cut that out.
This really brought something out in Lily Pichu, and
I'm
I
sorry,
like
it's
that.
just like reading it's like, what?
Dude, the whole time I was just thinking like, husband with an H,
I just
legally.
that's your boundary. If you don't want your person you marry to think about your sister while in the bedroom, that is your boundary. And
I'm gonna be honest. I would say you're either getting therapy to stop all that, or this is stopping. And I don't want to yuck anyone's yum. Kinks are totally fine to have, but that one I think crosses a boundary that is just not healthy to cross in a
in
relationship.
an alternate universe, maybe you're okay with this, and then I wouldn't.
That's not this universe.
I wouldn't be so heated. I just think it's
Yeah.
just like it's your boundary, and the fact that you're arguing about your boundary every week makes me kind of sad.
Yes.
That's why I was okay. Hey, if there's couples out there who involve sisters and whatever, don't let me judge you, man. Have a happy, safe, healthy sex life as long as you're not hurting other people. Okay.
It's a no from me, dog. Dude, I'm not kidding. The whole time you were talking, my face was like,
No, it's just,
that's a clip.
the idea of her fucking asking her husband.
And then you going, please don't nut while thinking about my sister.
please, it's just so sad. Like,
This just in, the bar is indeed on the floor.
it's just so sad. It's so funny. But again, don't want to judge kinks. Some of you, just don't.
I will judge.
Just don't hurt other people. Okay, anyway.
A lot of shit's fine. That one. You know what's funny? Can you imagine being married and even telling your husband something like, my kink is imagining your best friend with us when we bang? They would lose it. Like, no one would ever think that's okay. But he has the audacity to go, your sister? Sister.
Sorry, we're still like, that's
Shocking.
gotta shook.
Shocking.
Okay.
All right, let's do
eat this.
the best embarrassing moment. Is this the best one?
Back in middle school, I was the person who would run to get to the next class. Embarrassing to think about, but running was kind of fun back then. But one day there was an absolute downpour of rain, and my dumb ass decided not to only run to my next class, but cut through the damp, muddy grass. And before I knew it, my clenched ass cheeks went straight down into the mud. And there was a slide through the mud too. As I stand up with my jeans soaked in wet dirt, the onlookers started laughing. My eyes well up, and I wanted to cease to exist right there in the moment. I proceeded to do my brisk walk of shame to the front office and asked the staff what to do. They remind me that I have my gym clothes in the PE lockers, which were on the other side of campus. I realized in horror that I have to do another walk of shame, but thankfully this time class has started. I get to my PE lockers, which has just emptied from the previous class, so I was able to change in privacy. I put on my sweatpants, went to algebra. I entered a room, head to my desk. I get some weird looks. I hear laughter from a few classmates. As the rumors of the mortifying event spread, the more people I heard laughing at me. Behind my back, it was a very 2 long weeks before people stopped bringing it up. Oh, so he fell in mud.
That's not that bad.
Well, I guess the people laughed.
I mean, it sounds. I know it must have felt
Yeah.
bad to have people laugh.
It's middle school too. Those people some of them are cruel.
All middle schoolers.
You think all middle schoolers are cruel?
Yeah.
I think generally when you don't learn empathy before then, you tend to be cruel. 5th grade, he's trying to impress a crush, right? Or something? Oh, no, she's trying to impress a crush. And so, remember seeing a TikTok about throwing a bowling ball into a basketball hoop and decided, hey, that'd be a great idea to make him laugh. My turn to finish off the game. I picked up the ball. I tossed it up and forward like a fucking basketball. My dumbass made an indent on the ceiling. That was pretty embarrassing. And the look on my face when it came plummeting down with the loudest sound known to mankind is something I'll never forget. Wait, as I turned around, I realized no one was laughing and just staring at me with blank expressions. I wanted to cry. I ran back to where my belongings were. I walked out with the rest of my friends when I gave them the excuse, I don't feel too good, and I went home. 5 years later, I've never
wouldn't
been
feel
back
good
there
either.
in case they remember my face on the security cameras. That is embarrassing. That's yeah. You should pee. That's pretty embarrassing.
That's good.
That's a good one.
Because, okay, on one hand, whoever wrote this, love you. I'm so sorry for your embarrassing
That's so
moment.
embarrassing.
On the other hand, can you imagine being in a gymnasium and seeing someone just yeet a basketball?
Bowling place.
Oh, wait, where's the basketball hoop then?
No. So they saw a TikTok about throwing a bowling ball into a basketball. So at the bowling place, when it was her turn, I think she just yeeted it and made an indent on the ceiling. Or something. That's what I'm getting out of this.
Oh, I see. I thought she was trying to do it into a hoop of some sort.
Would not be crazy. Yeah, I can
Right?
get that too. Yeah, I like.
Okay, so I was gonna say, but imagine on the other hand, being in a bowling alley and seeing someone yeet a bowling ball so hard it indents into the ceiling, like.
And then everyone just looking at you.
But because I would also wonder, are they okay?
Because she
Is the
was
ceiling okay?
trying to impress like someone or something.
I would also never go back because they're probably looking for damages. They're looking for someone to pay for them damages.
Yeah,
That's so funny though. That's a good one. That's a really
that's
good
a pretty
one.
good one. Yeah, I'm like,
Such a funny mental image too, like eating a bowling ball to the ceiling. Thank you guys so much for watching. Seriously, I love the end segment where we read like slice of life advice or the embarrassing stories because I feel like it helps me envision every individual that watches the podcast and like connect to you guys more. And it makes me just remember how much I appreciate our community and everybody that watches. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one. Any parting words, Ali Pichu?
bye.
Should we kiss?
Should we kiss? You need to roll a 15 or higher on this D20 dice that I have.
15 or higher?
15 is
That's
the
it?
skill check. Yes, go. She is rolling a check. She rolled a 1. Bye. See you next week.